Hello dear students, I am Professor M.R. Malpure and I am going to explain you in today's topic the photodiode. Photodiode is a special type of p-n junction diode which converts light energy into electrical form of energy. Okay, so photodiode is nothing but a p-n junction diode. This is the one thing that we should understand, and it is commonly used to convert light energy into electrical energy. So the question arises, how it can convert light energy into electrical energy? It is basically exposed to a light source and then it automatically generates current. The reason behind this, the photodiode operates in reverse bias mode. As we have already know about the type of p-n junction diode like Zener diode, which operates in reverse bias mode, and also we can take example of light emitting diode which operates in forward bias mode. So photodiode is the example of p-n junction diode which operates in reverse bias mode. So in the given diagram we can see the circuit symbol of photodiode. Here anode and cathode are denoted and the symbol of diode is there, but the difference between the symbol of diode and photodiode is that two arrows, incoming arrows rather, are shown towards the diode symbol. So it gives the circuit symbol of photodiode. Then in next diagram we can see the IV characteristics of photodiode. As I have told you that photodiode operates in reverse bias mode. So when p-n junction is reverse bias, a reverse saturation current flows through the junction. Okay, as we know that there is a junction formed between p-type and n-type material when combined together. When they diffuse with each other, there is a formation of junction, and when reverse bias current flows through that junction, the p-n junction diode is reverse bias. So magnitude of this current is constant for a certain range of voltages, and then current due to the minority carriers flow through that material of semiconductor. So when that reverse bias current, which depends on the concentration of minority carriers, then we cannot sure about that applied voltage must depend on it. So that's why we can say reverse current depends only on concentration of minority carriers and not on the applied voltage. So when intensity of incident light increases, then minority charge carriers will change, and on the basis of their concentration the current flowing through the diode may change, and that particular current is called as dark current in a photodiode. Basically the reverse current of photodiode depends mainly on the intensity of incident light. Okay, so when incident light and its intensity increase, so in given diagram we can see when reverse bias voltage is decreasing, that means on left hand side the value of decreasing reverse bias voltage is shown, and similarly the reverse current is also increasing towards negative side, and at particular voltage the current is constant, that means it becomes saturated. So this is how IV characteristics of photodiode can be understood by using this diagram. Now if we take the relation of illumination of intensity of incident light with the dark current, then we can see the graph of such relation like that. Here we can see when intensity of light increases, current through photodiode must increase. So but at particular value of current, the intensity, even we increase the intensity of incident light, current's value is constant. Okay, that current is called as saturation current. So it is a basic relation between reverse current of photodiode and the intensity of illumination of incident light. So this is the structure of photodiode or working principle of photodiode. Now we have to see the advantages of photodiode. The first important advantage is that it is a quick response when exposed to light. Okay, when intensity of light increases, current through photodiode must increase, and at the instant when intensity increases, we can see the increase in current at that same moment. Second advantage is that it is a linear response photodiode when reverse current is linearly proportional to intensity of incident light. Then also we can see high speed of operations. As the response of photodiode is very instant, the operations of photodiode are also of the high speed. It also gives us compact size because it is of very lightweight. Next advantage is that wide spectral response. Photodiode has wide spectral response means if we take the example of silicon photodiode, then it ranges from the wavelength of about 190 nanometer to about 1100 nanometer. That means we can see there is a different types of waves. We can say ultraviolet rays and infrared rays. They are very away from each other, but photodiode can respond to these spectral wavelengths also. And the main advantage of photodiode is that it is of relatively low cost. As there are different disadvantages of photodiode are also there. First disadvantage is that its properties are temperature dependent. Okay, when temperature changes, the photodiode characteristics may change. That's why, like other semiconductor devices, it also fluctuates its current whenever temperature changes. Second disadvantage is that low reverse current for low illumination levels. So when incident intensity is very low, reverse current will also very low. So this is the disadvantage of photodiode. Now there are several applications of photodiode we may discuss here. It is used in counters and switches. Okay, so switching circuits are there. We can use photodiodes in such electronic equipments also. Burglar alarm system is there. We can also use photodiode in detection of visible and invisible radiations. Okay, but these radiations, when fall on the surface of photodiode, the intensity of light changing gives you the value of dark current, and it results in the output. On basis of that output, we can detect the change in radiations. Also, another application can be discussed as circuits in which fast switching and high speed operations are required. Okay, as the speed of photodiode is very fast, we can use it as fast switching operations. It is also used in fiber optic communication. Okay, it is a very common type of communication system, fiber optic communication system. Photodiode is also can be used in such process. Again, optocoupler is very popular type of semiconductor device in which we can use photodiode. Optocoupler basically provides electric isolation between two different electronic circuits. So here we can also use photodiode. So these are the different applications of photodiode we may see. So in today's part, we have studied about photodiode. In next part, we are going to study about solar cell, or we can also call it as photovoltaic cell. So that's it for today. Thank you very much.